Descartes hints that his method has not only helped him solve the many metaphysical problems he discusses in part 4, but that it has also helped him make great headway in the physical sciences. He had initially written up these discoveries in a work called The World, but had suppressed its publication when he learned in 1633 that Galileo had been condemned by the Inquisition for defending the heliocentric theory, toward which Descartes was also sympathetic. Rather than risk dangerous controversy by publishing this manuscript, Descartes proposes to summarize some of its results here. The treatise initially concerns itself with the nature of light, but in the course of its discussion touches on pretty much everything Descartes has studied in nature: the sun and stars as the source of light, the sky as a transmitter of light, heavenly bodies as objects that reflect light, objects on earth that have color or transparent or luminous, and human beings as perceivers of light. In order to avoid theological controversy, Descartes says nothing about this world, but rather speaks of an imaginary world that he posits to be created by God as a random chaos of matter. God then imposes certain laws of nature that govern the behavior of this matter, and aside from that, leaves this imaginary world untouched. Descartes' treatise first describes matter, showing it to be easily comprehensible, and shows that the laws of nature follow from God's perfection and would be the same in any world. It then explains how these laws would cause this chaos of matter to separate into mostly open space, with planets, stars, and light, just the way it is in the world. In dealing with the world, in dealing with the earth, the treatise shows how all things should tend towards its center, how there should be oceans and land, tides and rivers, plants and minerals, and how fire should work. Descartes does not mean to say that it is how the real world was actually formed, professing that his beliefs are in accordance with Holy Scripture, but only that the laws of nature are such that they could have made the world the way it is out of a chaotic world and without God's subsequent interference. The treatise also explains how a human body can be made to perform all its unconscious functions in accordance with these laws. Descartes is more forthcoming here, launching into a lengthy discussion largely inspired by William Harvey's discovery in 1628 of the circulation of blood through the veins and arteries. Descartes suggests further that his treatise shows how these discoveries could explain the movement of muscles, the receptivity of sensory organs, the appetites of hunger and thirst, and so on. Nonetheless, our rational soul, which allows us to exercise reason and to speak, cannot be explained by these means, and Descartes suggests that it is a gift of God. He argues that animals have no intelligence, that this is a distinctive feature of humans. Though parrots can imitate speech, animals cannot use language to express themselves with the versatility displayed by humans. Animals have a number of amazing skills, and Descartes suggests that if these skills were a result of intelligence, then they would be far more intelligent than humans are. But since they cannot speak, animals are similar enough to us that if they could speak, we would understand them. They cannot have any intelligence, and their behavior is governed solely by instinct. Descartes uses these and other arguments to assert that we are distinct from animals and that we have an immortal soul that will survive our death.